I am at this moment in the Herbal garden maintained by Regional Institute, Ayurveda Research Institute, Rajendra Nagar, Jammu. And the plant before me is historic tree connected with Battle of Plassey, so also known as Battle of Plassey tree. It blooms during summer, early summer, when it is leafless. So from a distance it looks as if forest is on fire. So another name is flame of the forest. Basically in Sanskrit it is named as Kinshuk. Parrot beak like flower structure is unique. So it has also been named as the parrot tree. In fact, in Hindi, there is a name Tesu, Tesu ke fool. And then we have Tetuwe in Dogri. The tree is a very useful and medicinal tree. Its gum is useful. And its wood is used in religious ceremonies. Even trifoliate leaf is supposed to be the seat of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Traditionally, the tree has been associated with the Vedic sacrificial Agnihotri rituals. Even Samidha is also made out of the wood of this tree, Beautia Manosperma, in Dogri called as Pala. So we have location Palawala named after this tree as the name of Palasi in West Bengal, where the war between East India Company under Lord Clive and Nawab of Bengal Sirajuddaulah was fought, which changed the history of India. So this tree is Battle of Plassey tree, in botany named as Beautia Manosperma, named after Prime Minister of UK, Earl of Bute, John Stuart. So it is named as Beautia Manosperma. Earlier it was named as Beautia frondosa because of the beauty of leaves. New leaves, it looks so elegant. But later its species was changed to Manosperma because its pod has only one seed. So it is named as Beautia Manosperma. We also see here another tree which from a distance looks like Patala, but on closer look it is not Patala, although sometimes confused with Stereospermum suaviolens, which is Patala. Basically this plant is Markhamia platycalyx from the same family, Bignoniaceae. This is exotic, not native. This is very important medicinal evergreen tree, famous under the Dogri name as Geopota. In Sanskrit we have Putra Jeev, Putra Jivak, and same stands translated in English as child life tree, Indian amulet tree, lucky bean tree, and the Sanskrit name Putra Jivak same has been accepted as genus Putranjiva and named after Dr. William Roxburgh, the father of Indian botany. Dr. William Roxburgh as species Roxburghi. So the botanical binomial is Putranjiva Roxburghi, popularly named as child life tree, Indian amulet tree, because its seed powder is useful for the pregnant mothers. So it has got that peculiarity in its name also. So it has been named as Putra Jivak, Putra Jivan Suraksha के साथ जुड़ने वाला this evergreen tree which grows in wild also, and there is famous Geopota sacred grove in Gajansu area, and the historic coronation of Maharaja Gulab Singh also took place under this particular tree, Geopotha tree, beside river Chenab. So there is a location called Geopotha Ghat, visited by eco-tourists and other people. Uh, we have here Amalki, one of the myrovalan tree. Even you can focus on the fruits, and the leaves look like pinnate leaves, but they are not pinnate. On closer look, we will be able to appreciate the leaves are simple basically, and they are distichous, arranged in two rows, and from the leaf axils, simple leaves axils, we see the fruits are attached. So basically that is the position of the flower, and that mother structure, leafy structure, is complete leaf. So whatever we are looking it as feathery pinnate leaves is in fact a assemblage of simple leaves, simple linear leaves. Binomial name is Phyllanthus umbilica, and Phyllanthus, it means the flower which is associated with the leaves. Phil means leaf and anthus means flower. So closer examination reveals this identity as the Phyllanthus umbilica, a very important Ayurvedic tree, also used in Chyawanprash. It's liver tonic, rich in iron, vitamin C, useful for teeth. Even its seed has that dome shape structure and angled, and the same stands used even in the temple architecture. There was a time during Ashoka time, the fruits of amla, they were offered in the Buddhist religious places also as prasad. And this is a tree which is must for any herbal garden. So it stands maintained here also. Here we are also able to see another medicinal tree, Zadiracta indica, popularly called as neem tree, in English as margosa tree. So you see its foliage where the leaves are typically unipinnate. So each leaf is divided into leaflets, but only one pinnate, so it is called as unipinnate. Flowers are edible, even made into cuisines, especially in South India. Fruits are also edible. The seed loses viability within 2-3 weeks, so it needs to be planted immediately after collection of neem seed. So it is only in India where we have the tradition of using its wood, neem wood, for the deities in Jagannath Puri temple as the statue of Jagannath, Balbhadra and Subhadra. So then we have another important Dashmul tree. It also stands introduced in the herbal garden of original Ayurveda Research Institute, Radi, Rajendra Nagar, Jammu, and this is Oroxylum indicum. Unique insertion is of 2 leaves at each node. They are paired. In fact, they are in opposite decussate manner, and each leaf is further divided, rather twicely divided, or sometimes thricely divided into pinnate leaflets. So this is a compound leaf structure, but each leaf is typically opposite, and it is anti-cancerous plant, Oroxylum indicum. Popularly named as broken bones tree. If we focus on the structure of this stalk of the leaf, that looks like femur or humerus and superficial resemblance to any bone. So it has been aptly named as broken bones tree. It is rich in calcium, so it is also included in Dashmool Arist. In Sanskrit called as Shonak, in Hindi called as Arlu, Bhoot Briksh, and even its tender pods and flowers. They are edible and developed into various cuisines. Another medicinal tree, rather a kind of myrobalan tree, which is called Arjunic myrobalan. We have four myrobalans in Jammu. One is Embolic myrobalan, Philanthus embolica. Second is Belleric myrobalan, that's Terminalia bellerica, Baheda. Third one is Chabulic myrobalan, Terminalia chibula or Harad. And fourth one is Arjunic myrobalan, which is Terminalia arjuna. So one is Amla, Philanthus embolica, which belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae, spurge family. Whereas all other myrobalans, Chabulic myrobalan or Belleric myrobalan or Arjunic myrobalan, they belong to one family, which is called the Cumbritaceae family, to which our Cumbratum indicum also belongs. So its bark is used as Arjun Shal Chai, which takes care of health of the heart. Very useful for heart ailments. So it is also popularly sometimes named as doctor tree. Its wood is very strong, iron-like strength. So it has been named after the famous Mahabharata character Arjuna as Arjun tree. Here we also come across some other Dashmool herbs. 5 are trees and 5 are herbs. One of the herb which is included in Dashmool is also Desmodium. This is Desmodium gangeticum, also sometimes known as Shalparani, simple leafed and constricted pods. It has mauve blue flowers, butterfly shaped, papilionaceous corolla. So this Desmodium gangeticum is also growing in the herbal garden. Another unique tree which we are able to see in this garden is the lemon grass, which is Sembopagan. Sembopagan citratus, Sembopagan. Many species are there, but in wilderness we have Sembopagan martini, whereas before me you are able to see Sembopagan citratus, popularly known as lemongrass. Its leaves can be used for herbal tea. Also, we have another important reputed Ayurvedic plant, which is called the Sarpagandha. Why Sarpagandha? Because its root is like serpentine. It is snake-like. So also popularly named as Indian snake root. In binomial identity is Rauwolfia serpentina. This is the source of reserpine drug, which was earlier used for the treatment of hypertension. Now we have synthetic substitutes also. So Ajmal Khan, the former DG CSR Pakistan, has also contributed a lot for understanding the phytochemistry of Rauwolfia serpentina. So along with alkaloid reserpine, another alkaloid was named in his honor as ajmalicine. So this is the plant which is declining or threatened in the wild habitat, and it is must for any herbal garden. So it is also growing in the herbal garden of Regional Ayurveda Research Institute. Another plant which is unique is Nirgundi, monk's pepper or chaste tree. Basically in botany it is known as Vitex nigundo. So you have 5 leaflets in one leaf, and each leaf is made up of 5 leaflets, but 2 leaves are opposite decussate rather, and its Nirgundi oil is anti-inflammatory, even mosquito repellent, useful in gout, joint pains. But about a decade back, after a research carried out by the scientists of Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, our Regional Research Laboratory, Jammu, they have come up with a unique drug out of this plant, which has been named as Live 1. We are familiar with the Live 52 drug, whereas this single Vitex nigundo has given us Live 1, which is prepared from the extract of this shrub, which also attracts many butterflies. Another climber we see growing in the herbal garden is moon seed creeper. This is basically Giloy, Tinospora cordifolia, which is immunomodulatory, anti-diabetic, and it is one of the reputed Ayurvedic creeper. Another terminalia we are able to focus now, it is Chabulic myrovalan or Haritiki in Sanskrit. This is one of the ingredient of Trifla churn. In Trifla, 3 fruits, Phalanthus umbilica amla, Terminalia bellrica beheda, and Terminalia chibula harad. We are used for the preparation of very useful formulation, popularly familiar to us as Trifla. Its fruits are traded, and we are having the pride tree growing at Mathwar, which is called Raj Harad, and Sher-e Kashmir University of Agriculture Sciences and Technology, Jammu, has developed its clone, and Raj Harad saplings are available with request for further planting in the field. So this is unique medicinal tree of Shivalics. Another plant which we are able to see is Gudhal. This is Japa Kusum or Gudhal, Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Flower is gaudy red, a national flower of Malaysia. Its flowers, petals can be used for herbal tea, very good shampoo, and they are also offered to Goddess Durga, especially used during Navratra times to worship 9 forms of Goddess Durga. Hibiscus rosa sinensis. The plant which now I am focusing is basically an exotic African plant. This is not native to India, but stands planted in almost every herbal garden, or even in Jammu. Local people have also included it, as this plant is supposed to have the anti-diabetic qualities. So this is Bernonia amygdalina. Its leaf extract is recommended for the treatment of diabetes. Although this is not native to India, we have the jamun, which is native to India, and that is anti-diabetic. Its fruits are fruit kernels. Endocarps can be made into powder. Another reputed medicine plant we are able to see now is aloe vera, ghee kumbar or kwadkandal in Dogri. This is developed into pickle. This is very useful in burns, and wound healing as first aid plant. So aloe is useful for degraded lands. So this is one of the very important medicinal succulent plant which is growing in the herbal garden. Another plant which is unique and growing in this herbal garden is this red fruit we are able to see, which is enclosed in the papery calyx, and we have some fruits here also. They are growing inside the inflated calyx, and here are some fruits, leaf flowers also, tiny white, but fruits are growing in a cluster, and each fruit is enclosed within a fleshy and bulb like calyx. This unique plant is a reputed Ayurvedic plant which is called as ashwagandha, because its root has the smell of the urine of the horse. Whole plant, all parts are medicinal, especially the root powder, ashwagandha churn, is useful in enhancing the body functioning, metabolism, and this is useful for strengthening the muscles, the bones, and toning the overall body functioning. Also popularly known as the Indian ginseng. There's a Korean ginseng, basically, that is Panax pseudoginseng or Panax ginseng, which is reputed Korean plant, but this is the Indian plant. So this is as equivalent of Korean ginseng, popularly called as the Indian ginseng. So this is also growing in the herbal garden. We in Dogri called as asgandha or sagun. So this is also in this herbal garden. Another plant which is very important, that is Kala Dhatura. So you have this one trumpet like flower, although now it is withered a little bit, and they are double trumpets or sometimes even 3 layers of corolla, one inside another. So this we are able to see here. The stem is purplish black, so sometimes it is also known as Krishan Dhatura because of purplish blackish color of the stem. Its fruits are round in shape and its spines are not that long. In another wild dhatura, which is usually encountered in Jammu city or even outskirts, that is dhatura inoxia, which is hairy. But here this stem is not hairy, it is smooth and blackish purple. And even spines of the fruit capsule, they are also smaller. So this is the dhatura metal, very reputed medicine plants for the treatment of many respiratory ailments. So this is also growing here in the regional Ayurveda Institute. Another plant nearby we are able to focus is bale tree, bilba, eagle marmilas, Bengal quince, and this particular tree grows wild, and each leaf is basically a trifoliate, looking like Trishul or Mahadev, Shiv, Bhole Shiv, Trishul, or third eye also. So 3 leaflets signify Trinetra of Lord Shiva or Trishul of Mahadev. This is a very religious tree which is worshipped. Its fruits are anti-diabetic and they are recommended for the treatment of diarrhea, dysentery, even leaf extract. So on the occasion of Shivratri, usually its fruits and leaves, they are offered to please Lord Shiva. Even this tree is supposed to be the abode of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. So as we are talking this day on Dhanteras, and we are also worshipping Lakshmi, we need to plant the eagle marmelas also if we have some space, or use its leaves. They are very sacred and religious. And the tree which I was earlier referring to was Jamun, Syzygium cumini, and its fruits are purplish. They are also of resembling to Krishna's color. In fact, the name Jambu Phal is the phal or fruit of this particular tree, which is used as raw also and prepared into various cuisines. So dried kernels can be powdered and used as anti-diabetic churn. Thank you.